Okay, friends. So, I wanted to make a little video while we wait for Topher to come join us. Um, just kind of like about like 2025 and like that last year, because last year was something else. And I'm not talking about series or anything like that. I just mean in general. Because 2025 was if you lived in the US, you know.
It was a hot mess.
It was massive hot mess. But anywho, we had music and we had BLs and maybe GLs if you watch GLs, queer media, to keep us like sorta kinda sane or what have you. So yeah, so last year in January was when I officially started posting to YouTube for reactions. So, January of this year, I had my 1 year anniversary for the YouTube channel. I
Nice.
started, yeah, I started with reactions, music reactions, and then I got convinced to be like, hey, you should post BL reactions. Series reactions. So I did start doing that. And yeah, I will say being a reactor was not something I ever thought I would do, but I got talked into it. So I got talked into going on Twitch and doing Twitch for the first time in 2023, I believe. Um, yeah, in 2023, I got somehow magically talked into being doing Twitch streams and reacting to
hmm
stuff on Twitch, and then I got convinced to post stuff on YouTube. Um, I don't remember how long I've had my Patreon because I literally made a Patreon because it was like there are certain things that you can't post full episodes of with your
Yeah.
reactions because of copyright. And so I was like, shove it over there. I can do it. It could be labeled as free for public, and that's why I created the Patreon. But yeah, I'm glad I did start reacting to stuff and posting it online and becoming a reactor because I discovered artists I didn't know before, or I got really into artists, right? So 2024 was the year of SB19 for me. Like that,
Nice.
I just, people were telling me you need to look at SB19, and I was like, okay. And then I checked out their music video for Damn, and I was like, and I'm sold. I'm
Yep.
sold. And then they released the EP for Simula at Wakasa. I'm like, okay, who are they? I need them in my life. I need everything. Like it
Yep.
it was so good. Oh, that was so good. And then, more people were recommending things to me. I did that whole marathon of stuff, and I'm just like, I just fell more and more in love. I feel like every time you hear something from SB19, whether it's group related stuff and I started diving into the solo works of the
Yep.
guys, you just fall more and more in love with them as artists because they are incredibly talented artists. I always say this. And so, yeah, but there was that. There was also getting into other Filipino artists. Marcelito Pomoy was someone that someone recommended to me, and he is a phenomenal vocalist, Filipino artist, because it's insane. Like someone said, you should check out like the Celine Dion cover he did, and it's insane to me like that he could flip his range like that. It was crazy. Um, I don't know if you have seen anything from Marcelito Pomoy.
Nope.
Okay, so I will definitely have to show you something from him because I don't think just saying how amazing he is, like, you have to experience it to understand. It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's one of
Yeah.
those artists. But yeah, like Marcelita Pomoy, and a couple other artists from the Philippines, and then I got recommended people from Thailand like Dice, Atlas, Bus. Atlas was I feel like my main introduction with Atlas was because they did the theme song for Your Sky.
Oh,
Yeah, that
I
was
did
too.
not know that.
Yeah, they did the theme song for Your Sky, and that theme song is so good.
It was good.
It was so good, and it's such a like a very cute song as well, which if you've seen Your Sky, it fits it so well,
And
right?
if you haven't, do that.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes, for sure.
Oh,
2024 was definitely the year of Forestella, for sure. Um, Getting introduced to Forestella, like really
oh,
getting
I
introduced
love
to
them.
them. Yeah, same. Like I had heard of the group before, but then it was something about 2024 or something, or 2025. We're in 2026. Jesus Christ.
One of these years, somewhere along the way. Oh, don't, because I can't piece, like, I can tell you in order how things went for my reactions and how I veered off into stuff, but what year? Who knows?
So yes, last year something really clicked for me with Forestella, and I really started getting into Forestella, and it just an amazing quartet group. Like the vocal talents on those four guys is incredible.
I love the covers they do. Love the covers.
So so good, so good. Oh, and Morissette is a Filipino artist, a female Filipino artist that I got introduced to last year, and she is another great Filipino artist, which I will at some point introduce her to you. So,
I've heard of her.
uh-huh.
I've seen there's a lot of people that react to her stuff. I've never actually listened to anything.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it at some point.
Yeah.
Um, I got introduced to I and JR1, which are Japanese artists. Um, I thoroughly enjoyed the stuff that I have heard from them. I want to explore them more for sure. I did introduce them to Topher at some point. I'm going to introduce them to you at some point.
Sounds good.
Um,
Whenever I get back to my music reactions.
yeah. Extraordinary Heroes was a big one last year.
Love them.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh my god, like I do enjoy bands, but like something about them.
I have 2 signed albums from Extraordinary Heroes, and,
Oh,
like, it was one of those, like, you order online from, like, Hello 82 or whatever they're
uh-huh.
called, and it's, like, random who signed it, and I got both my biases, but can I remember their names now? No, because I haven't listened to Extraordinary Heroes in about a year. I'm such a bad fan.
No, it happens. Oh, hey Topher, how are
Hello,
you?
Topher.
So Topher is recommending some other artists. So I will have to let me actually screenshot that photo.
Yeah,
That
I've heard a bit of Ben and Ben because they did a live song, I think it was with SB19 where you reacted. It's like it was one of the SB19 songs. We reacted to it over on K-pop Beat a while ago.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I can't
BG.
believe I've been doing reactions since 2021, like
Oh,
music reactions.
okay.
Yeah, because we started on K-pop Beat in 2021 when BTS Butter came out. That was our first reaction.
Mm, okay. Yeah, I I had stuff that I had recorded before last year that I had just sitting, and then I was like, "Oh, I have these reactions. I should just put them up on YouTube." And so that's what I did. Like
Yeah.
actual like posting, it's been a year. It's been a little over a year,
Yep.
but yeah, some another artist that I got into was AHOF. I don't remember what the acronym. I don't know. It's an acronym for something, but I don't remember what. But if you have seen Love for Love's Sake, the BL
Yes.
series, Wonky, who had the curly hair,
Mm-hmm.
he is in that group.
Ah, yes, I knew he
So,
was in a group. I just didn't know
yes.
what group.
He was in that group. He's also a former TOO member back when they were a thing.
Yeah.
Um, and he is, because TOO went on the first season of Road to Kingdom. I saw him while I watched that. But yeah,
Yeah.
AHOF, something, a group I thoroughly enjoy. Want to introduce Topher and you to at some point. I 2020 2025 was definitely a year for Dimundi artists for me, because we'll get into the BL series in a second, but
Yeah.
Kang, like whew, I was like iffy at first, but then when he dropped his stuff for Kamjira, I was like, and the crazy thing is when I first heard his OST for Mantra for Kamjira, I swear to God, I thought I was hearing Jeff Satur singing, not Kang. That's how similar they
Oh,
almost
wow.
sound. Like, it is crazy. It was so crazy. Um, but yes, Kang and Nampang as well, because they did a joint OST for their series Kamjira, and then yeah,
That medium.
Nampang as a soloist, and then First One and Thun from DMD as well. I've enjoyed some of their stuff. They're artists that I've definitely come to enjoy and love. Nunu, he one thing we will say about the next Prince is the music is on point. That music in that series is so good and so beautifully done. Like, not even just like
Yeah.
the OSTs, the instrumentation they used throughout that series was beautiful.
Yeah.
Um, any other, yeah. Um, and then like last year, going to see the artist I did in concert. So I saw NCT 127 in concert for the first time, which was incredible. Because I've been a fan of NCT for a while now. Got heavily into them last year, and it's just one of those, like, you go, even if you're a casual person, it's one of those where you just go see an artist and you're just this feeling of being in the room, and they have this energy on stage, so it's just the best time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was at Disturbed's 25th anniversary tour concert, which was so much fun.
Yeah.
um I saw Onu from Shiny, who was also a solo artist. That was amazing because I've never seen Shiny or even any of the guys' solo stuff. So that was incredible. And it was also his first time getting to tour in the US as a solo artist. So that was incredible. I got to see Lindsey Sterling when she did her One Night with the Symphony.
Oh, I love Lindsey Sterling.
I know, so good, and it was so different because you had the symphony with you, so it
Oh, wow.
creates its own, like, different element in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be
um,
cool.
yeah. It was like, I hope she does it again because it was so good. Like, I would like to see just a regular concert of hers once, but yeah, the symphony, One Night with the Symphony, was amazing for sure. Um, I got to see ATEEZ for the second time last year, which was incredible.
I need to see them. I need to see them.
If you can afford it, if you can go, go. They put on one hell of a concert. They really, really, really do.
Mm.
Um, I got to see P1 Harmony for the first time, and Ampers in One opened for them, so that was like amazing. And then I got to see 17 last year for the first time.
Yay! I love 17 too. They're another one that I'd really love to see live.
It was a shame that they were missing four of their members, but they 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 do such a good job at being able to make up for the lack of members, and like just the way that they who takes over what lines and stuff like that, and then they have backup dancers that'll actually come in and fill the spots when they need to be filled.
Yeah.
um so it was bittersweet. Like it was so good. And then getting to hear snippets of songs like Do Re Mi and Circles and just a few others that I was like, fuck, I thought I would never hear this live ever. So the
Yeah.
fact that I got that little bit was just yes. And so moving on to the last little bit I wanted to touch on was the BL that we got in 2025. 2025, we got so many BLs. We got so many BLs in 2025. But if I would have to say like my favorites, and I'm gonna just say BL slash the queer space media, because there is one that is in my top that is, I guess, isn't kind of considered BL.
Yeah.
Heated Rivalry. Heated Rivalry.
Yes, I need to watch that again.
Yes. It was
So
was one of
good.
my tops. It was like I literally was like this one and another one that I cannot choose from. So those are like my top tiers. Heated Rivalry, because it was so well executed.
Yeah.
I thought it was, everything about it was so well done. And it's just yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. And my other top one was Chemjira, hands down. Heated Rivalry and Chemjira were my tops for
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah, Heated Rivalry was so good. I knew I'd like it. I didn't think I was gonna like it that much. So it was so good, though. I gotta watch it again before I cancel my Crave subscription. But just and the side couple and just everything. And plus, it's Canadian. Of course, I had to watch it. And it's hockey. I used to be very big into hockey when I was younger. So hockey, yes.
Yeah, I bet that got people that are interested in hockey and queer media be like, yes. Perfect.
I want to start reading the books, but we'll see if I have time for that.
I don't know if I'll read the books, but I may at some point. Yeah, so Chemjira and Heated Rivalry. Why is that word so difficult to pronounce?
It's just not cooperating with you tonight.
No. So those two are my tops. And then under that, I couldn't choose. It was between Your Sky and Top Form.
Your Sky. That was probably my favorite one last year. I fell in love with that. I don't know what it was, just the actors, the characters, the story. Do love me a good fake dating scenario.
It was done so well.
It was.
Yeah. Every little aspect of it is why I loved these under the second level, if you could call it that. Under that, it was Reset and Revenged Love. Those were my level 3 tier.
Reset. I enjoyed Reset, but it infuriated me. I never watched the last episode because I'm like, if this is going where I think it's going, nobody's gonna want to watch that reaction because it's just gonna be me raging the whole episode. Someday I'll get to it.
Oh my god, you should, if you haven't yet, you need to watch Topher's reactions to Revenged Love.
I never even finished putting up my reactions because for YouTube they had to be heavily edited, and even if you heavily edited them, they still got flagged, and it was a whole thing. And I'm just like, maybe someday if I start a Patreon, y'all will get to experience the rants I went through on that, and maybe I'll even do the last episode just because.
Yes, yes, please.
And
um,
Top Form was good. I watched like half of it, I think, and it was free on whatever thing it was on. I don't know if I had a subscription at the time, and then I let my subscription go, and I didn't get back to it because I was watching all kinds of things at that point. So it was one of those situations where I had to drop something because there was too much.
yeah.
But it was good. I got to get back to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Top Form, there was a moment where it was free to watch on WeTV, and then they put
Put
it
it behind
back
the
to,
paywall again.
yeah.
That's probably when I was watching it, and then like boop, it's gone now into the abyss. So it's like, well, I'm not paying for another streaming service because I have all these ones over here I'm watching.
Mm-hmm. I get it. I do.
I still have too many streaming services.
Yeah, streaming services are, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Um, so my level 4 was Tame Poe, Ball Boy Tactics, and season
Yes.
3 of DMD Friendship.
I still gotta finish season 1.
You'll get there eventually.
We'll get there. I just like when I stopped streaming, I had all these things that we were in the middle of, and I'm like, someday we'll get back to them. Oh.
Yeah.
What was the other one that I was watching? I think it was last year. Was it Ball Boy Tactics, maybe?
I don't know.
One. No, it was something My Bias.
My Bias
Your
is
Bias.
Showing.
Yes, that was one of my favorite series. That was last year, right?
My Bias is Showing.
Or what year was that? Who knows? Everything just blurs together.
I believe it was last year.
Yeah.
I'm just like checking my.
That would probably be in my top 3 if it was from last year.
Yeah, I don't see it on my list. Weird. Okay, I'd have to Google it. Now I'm curious because it's gonna. If I don't look, it's gonna. It's one of those.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
My Bias is Showing K-drama. Let me see. It was a 2025. Okay, for whatever reason, it's not appearing in my thing.
2025, yeah.
Yeah, so August to September. Weird.
It's really good. I don't know. I just I couldn't wait for the next episodes, and I was just like, oh yay, I love this series.
Yeah, that one was well done. I enjoyed that for sure. DMD Friendship. I'm a simp for DMD Friendship, so. And I know a lot of people had feelings about Tame Poe, but I really.
Oh.
I enjoyed it.
Really enjoyed it.
It felt like at times like an advertisement, but
that was okay. I'm okay with that.
I just something about William and S and their chemistry just.
Yeah. I like the relationship they portrayed for the two of them in the series. I felt like it was different than what we normally get, and it was so sweet and wholesome, and they just you could tell they really cared for each other.
Yeah. And then honorable mentions I'll give out would be Me and Who, which was Big and Park's series from 2025, and Beside the Sky from Forever You 2, season 2. I will give those honorary mentions, but yeah, those were the BLs I enjoyed a lot, especially Chemjira and Heated Rivalry. Oh my god, those. So, because Chemjira just had everything you could want in a series, in a BL series, and
I will get to that one soon.
I hope you can. It would.
I think that's the one I'm gonna start on my stream. Besides My Romance Scammer.
Yeah, it is. I also like with Chemjira, it's got that supernatural element to it, which is great if you are into supernatural things like series and stuff like I am. So, yeah, that was
very much.
But so that's everything for 2025. That was my 2025 year and review or whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it.
Nice.
Okay.